Hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Surviving the Abyss. What's this? Almost at full capacity for oxygen? That's alright mate, come back to me when it's a real problem. Mining sub is idle. Is it because we got all the concrete? Oh, I think it is actually. Okay. Good work. I was just sort of bemusing to myself that this game does something that I think is brilliant, that is important in these sort of base building resource management games, and that I personally, as someone who endeavors to min-max idiosyncratically, like anyone who plays these games, you have your own rhythm and you don't like it when your rhythm's upset. So I acknowledge that it upsets my rhythm, but at the same time, it's integral to making the game proper, which is this having to expand out for, say, like aluminium, for example. The fact that I can't just turtle what I want to do, actually, if I work from that direction, what I want to do is go through all the buildings and go, oh, I need to build one more of these and get a certain level of stability at this tech level, right? And I'm sure, maybe my words aren't fantastic at explaining this, but I'm sure I'm not the only person that feels this way, especially when they play these sort of games, right? So I just want to sort of maintain at this level before I take the next step. Right? It's almost like turtling, I suppose, except it's not a PvP game. But we're being forced, our hand is being forced very hard because we need things like aluminium for air filtration. When I say need, it's like we could probably get around it by brute forcing it with oxygen generators, but then we need population to maintain that, and that feeds back into this sort of early onset death spiral that we find ourselves going into. So, what do I pull it up here. That's the expedition thing. So what are you going on about, Scarlet? Essentially all I'm just getting at is I think it's cool. I think it's cool that a big part of me who plays these sort of games wants to get into the rhythm of just sitting in this base and leveling it up. And the game is saying, no, if you do that, you're going to die. All right, you need to go to, what was it, Coral Reefs? I guess they're not that far. That one's not that far back. I mean, they're all not that far. But we really will need to... Oh, kelp forest. Kelp forest. Aquatic life unknown. Available resources locked. So, anyway, that's my observation. However, I'm stubborn. So maybe I will fight it and see if I can get around the aluminium problem. What we really need to do is... Now, what are we harvesting from this? Spider crab. Same difference. So this is depleted. 30 hours. Oh, really slow. I believe there is a building or a tech that can handle the depletion. Or that can sort of counter it. Anyway, so after having that little rant at the beginning, we're going to proceed to try and steady out as I want to. So mining relay is situational and we build it as we go. Alloy furnace, we have one. Coal extractor, I mean, short of another coal deposit. Our stockpiles are steadied out. So we're square, yeah? Again, power will be situational. This kills me because I want aluminium, but I don't know if there is... Yeah, see, 0. There's just no aluminium in this biome at all. I like that little static rise as part of the audio track. Oxygen generator, again, as we go. I was gonna say procedural, but not in the traditional sense. Like as we proceed further. It's not situational either. Our food situation's a little grim. We just have to keep dragging people out of the research lab to keep the food going. Okay, well, we're fully staffed on food there. Average food consumed per day and produced per day. Okay, so that should steady it out, right? What I should find is a population readout. Here it is. Lifespan, NA. I believe those are the original colonists, right? Respiratory problems. But you see like this, 46 days, 47 days. It's not very long. So we're going to actually run into this serious problem because at the moment we're kind of growing at the same rate that we're producing clones. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to balance that. What happens when we start to go into generational replacement theory? You know, something that we face in the real world, right? But it's across generations. In this case, generations are a 46-day span or something. All of a sudden, I'm going to have to be creating clones as fast as, or faster than, the rate at which I've, the rate at which they're going to be dying. So my base might stagnate then. It would seem that the genome sequencer is what it is. Doesn't look like I can have more than one. All right, anyway, let's continue to pop through here. So we can't do much with that, which is a bit tragic. And I think the answer is overproduction of air. Living quarters. Crew will eat only low quality food, will eventually become malnourished. Health reduced by 33%. So we're gonna have to tech up. Again, living quarters is sort of as we go, progress driven. Submarine factory, sonar tower. We've exhausted our sonar tower for this area, but interestingly, I think there might be value from spreading it out further, building more. I almost wonder if we should just delete the one that we're using. I don't know. Mining submarine, used to mine small resource deposits. Yep, which we've got that. That's interesting. You can assign it specifically to a resource deposit, but the mining buoy or whatever it's called, what is it called? Mining relay seems to serve that just fine. Construction sub, we should have one of. Exploration, and then what's a transport sub? Used for ferrying between different docks. Docks buildings allow crew to move between separate tunnel networks. Right, but at the moment we aren't big braining, cordoning out tunnel networks just yet. We're getting away with brute forcing that. So for the moment I think we're okay. Research lab is over here, but we keep gutting it because we're trying to just keep our base alive. Cloning lab. Facilities contains vats in which we can grow clones. Clones must be created using DNA. Now, so can I build another clone lab? That's interesting. So what does it do? Does it add all genomes? Scientist genomes. I wonder what multiple labs may do for us. Cloning lab, there it is there. Open genome sequencer. Interesting. So I wonder if we might actually get a separate sequencer, which would be interesting, but again, we're being bottlenecked by fauna. Marine stabilizer, right. Replenishes the fauna population of a habitat within its area. Will replenish nearby habitats. That's what we want to see. So, let's do that. Okay, well that gives us something to do for the moment. Our power draw is having a problem. Is that because we're understaffed? We are in fact understaffed. Carbohydrate farm. I mean, perhaps the coal extractor? We'll be careful messing with that part of my economy because so far it hasn't been a huge problem. Consumption per day and daily gathering rate. That is troubling. Here we go. Let's go. Begin cloning. Now, we're getting to the end of our tether, tech-wise as well. So we really want to be teching up if we can help it. Oh, this is killing me. Need more clones. So we'll let that go. I'm really worrying about the coal situation now. Cloning failed, of course it did. Oh man. killing me, game. I can't really pry anyone loose. So right now we're at the mercy of... What is this? Go away. We're at the mercy of our population, our cloning pipeline, which isn't super high tech. It's entry tech, so a lot of failures. Okay, so cloning complete. Presumably they put him into research station. Except I'm gonna put him in here. Right, and hopefully we can get an idea of how that works. Fauna replenishment. Right, okay. Right, because think about it. Once this clone cycle's done, we won't necessarily have enough fishies ready to go for another clone cycle. Because that's what was bottlenecking us. We want 5 or whatever it is, 4 or 5. All right, cloning complete. Uh-oh. That's not good. 1 crew member is unhoused. I think that's a power problem. Or a fuel problem. That's terrifying, isn't it? Alright. What are we going to do about that? Let's see. I am the man who solves problems. I'm sure we'll be fine. Put you on coal specifically. See if that fixes it. There we go. Warning's gone. Not really hurting for building mats, broadly speaking. Yeah, okay, when it hits 35, it seems to tap out. Gather rate and consumption rate is off. What we're actually going to do is pull one of these off of this and put another one on there. And that should balance it. There we go, our gather rate's outplaying it. However, we don't have any other coal deposits anywhere. Coal extraction point. We could we could staff this, couldn't we? Basic research lab. So we must have gotten some more successful clones while I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, perfect. 51 days. So our genome is getting better. That's good. All right, what's our draw rate now? 18. That's good, but again, that won't last. Okay, cool. So we're popping along. This should be refurbing. How's this going? That's capturing as well. Research lab, marine stabilizer. Okay, so we're up to speed. Right, again, just need more dudes. I do wonder if having another cloning lab, what that even does. Overseer, the system has flagged personal logs of clone Christiana McGeehan. They are a generalist about to perform a dangerous experiment on themselves. The logs indicate that they wish to clone themselves in an attempt to remove the genetic mutations afflicting them. Clearly this sounds outside the normal process. Yeah. It's advised that we intervene before they damage something. We can't risk them damaging the equipment. The results could be interesting. Let's go. The test subject appears to have been mostly successful in their quest. The clone is free of mutation, but Christiana McGee is gone. Their personality is a blank slate, back to square one. They'll be retrained and back to work in no time. Okay. Well, hey, you know, for science, right? I feel like we should... If I destroy that, do I recoup all of it? 2 aluminium. 5 aluminium. Oh no. So we don't want to destroy that if we can help it. It's just because I've boxed in my clone laboratory there. I'm thinking of building another clone lab. Just so I know. I need to understand how this goes down. We'll pop it here. It's not necessarily going to alleviate the bottleneck because I'm still convinced that the bottleneck is in fact my replenish rate. Oh, I was like, how do I only have one? It's a stack of that species. Okay, that's good. Oh well, that's not necessarily. That's pretty even Steven, right? If we're getting enough fish to refurb that. What is going on here? That is Pui. Sunken plain. Oh, an actual plain. I thought they were talking about like an area. Relic of the war is long since past. It's a remarkable condition for its age. Let's go deal with that. If anything, it's in my way. I'm having some mad deja vu because we were going to build like this before. Hang on. That doesn't work. Does it? Am I going crazy? That's more like it there, right? No, I think... have I got it back to front? What am I doing? Like that. Like this, like that. Like this, like that. We found a World War II era fighter plane. It's small, but it could contain some useful salvage. Exploit it, gather research, get research data. Absolutely get research data. Our oxygen's coming up against it now, and our generators are going full steam. Respiratory problems. Health reduced, health reduced. It's not good. Can't give me another clone. Need it. Christiana Kelly. Another Christiana. Jeez. They're everywhere. Okay, so tell me more about this. So why would I want multiple facilities? Building not functioning. Maybe I need to crew it. Maybe. One crew member is suffocating. No good. What am I going to do about that? Hope for another... Hope for another clone. No crew in darkness for 25 days. This has got to be good for morale, surely. Okay, we got another clone. So, I want to know. I need to know. Yeah, it doesn't seem to make a difference. Wait, begin cloning? Wait, did I just cancel cloning? Cancel. I did. Shh. Get rid of that. Okay, that should balance us out a little bit. Alright, cool. Well, that means as far as buildings go, we're kind of steady Freddy, right? Drill extractor. Used to collect building materials from large deposits, right? Really not a big deal at the moment. Newly developed tools allow mining subs to gather advanced materials like aluminium and copper. So, am I to assume that even if I get to the new biome, I'm not going to be able to get these without that tech? It's a bit poo. Coal-powered generations use less coal. Biomass generator. Be built on habitats. They consume and destroy the habitat, but provide supply of power. These are both pretty big, to be honest. This will help a lot with our crew problems. O2 output upgrade. Again, this is an efficiency upgrade. Protein harvester. Produce high-quality food off of a fauna. Must be constructive on an active habitat. Yeah, we need that. Hospital, probably need that as well. I need everything. Garden dome, provides recreation to the crew. Provides a small amount of oxygen. Okay. Air quality impact, oxygen. Okay, so it's not huge, but it's something. Mess hall, provides recreation up to 8 crew assigned to workplace buildings within its area of effect. Crew with access can consume low quality food with no detrimental health effects. Hang on a sec. That's interesting. I was going to push the protein farm, but if the area of effect on that is significant, nice. Docks. Allow transport submarines to move crew to any other dock building. Yep, right. Yep. So again, trying to untangle and into multiple bases. And from that even to spread to new bases in new biomes, because that's something we're going to have to do is set up transport back and forth. That's a little bit beyond the scope for us at the moment. A lot of moving parts to make it happen. Outpost, that's what it is here. Establish a base in a new area, providing a source of light, power, and oxygen. Docks must be available to transport crew to the new outpost. Yeah, okay, so that's the move there. And then research. So we can get these rate modules, which are probably not a bad idea. Flat rate per day. Or research data effect. Or a multiplier. Well, how much do they give us anyway? +0. Basic research lab +8. Alright. Like if I was going to put a dude back there. +8. +8. And I can put 2 in there. I can put 16 per day. So this would obviously change. So safe to say the multiplier probably has a more significant effect when you have more crewable slots, but at the moment we don't have a lot. 8 into 16 times 1.2, right? What's that going to give me? 1.6 1.6 and then 0.16 times 2 would be 0.32 on 1.6. Okay, so just it'd be 1.92. There you go. Wouldn't it be? Hang on. No, what are you talking about? 618. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, 18 times 1.2 would give us. Oh wait, it's not 18. Where are you coming up with 18 from, idiot? It should be 16, should it not? Yeah, 16. No, I was almost there. 16. Point one. Yep. I think my math was actually right. I was just saying the wrong words out loud. So what that will effectively give us is 16, 19, right? 19 or 20, basically. Whereas this gives us a plus. Why does it say 3 to 8? What does that mean? Use computational data to analysis place on. Okay, well, even with the 1.2 multiplier, at most it's going to be 3. No, it will give me an increase of 3 point something, almost 4. This is just objectively better at this level. Faster cloning time we've already unlocked. We've unlocked another slot. Generalist potency. Increased potency of all generalist genomes. Okay. And trench extractor. Yeah, but they're all very expensive. Okay. We're going to get the flat increase one. And we're going to find out how to build that. So that goes on there. I only get one. Okay, that's fine. Kind of assumed that would be the case. We've just cloned another person. One crew member is unhoused. Malnourished. Right, so the mess hall is something that we want to consider. I think as far as tech and cloning speeds go, we're as good as we're going to get for the moment. Mess hall, this. What is that? Concrete, isn't it? I can rectify that. I need 90 research. At least we've got researchers, right? Food is just on the line. Got another crewy. Okay, we're starting to finally shake out here. Will you tell me how much research I get? Rate per day by attached module. It says +8 and +5. I don't know what that means, but it's still better than the math on 1.2, which would have been +3.2, something like that. +4. Alright. So I guess we just sort of let it play for the moment. Food's becoming a headache. So either we research the protein farm or the mess hall. The reason for doing the mess hall is so we don't necessarily have to do the protein farm. Protein harvester. High quality food. You know, that might actually be a more sensible move as an interim step. See, now we've got a habitat out there. Come on. We exhausted this yet? Nearly. having power problems in the main base. What is this? Overseer, it's becoming increasingly likely that we are going to leave lasting detrimental effects on the deep sea ecosystem. It could be helpful for our research if we conduct an environmental study of the surrounding habitats to determine a more sustainable method of sample collection. That's true, yeah. Future-proof it. Could you give us a go-ahead to pursue this research? Tell me what you need. The crew set about surveying the environment, establishing how artificial habitats could sustain populations of fauna. Your commitment to the environment is commendable. It's not the environment, it's self-serving. There we go. What is going on there? Doodles in the dark. Alright, well, there we go. There we have it. Nice. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. Alright team, thanks again for joining me. Might just leave it there for the time being and I will catch you guys on the next one.